to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let me give Brewster a call here, because he is in between repping basketball games. I look over there like I expect him to walk to his door.
Right.
Hey, Brewster. Hey, Brewster. Yep, we can hear you just fine.
Okay.
So we're just open the meeting, so we're just going to get started here. So for the minutes, Brewster's joining us over the phone. All right. First thing, we have public comment. Just say your name for the minutes and what time you're from.
Or do I have to stand somewhere, or can I just...
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, so my name's Curtis Clough, C-U-R-T-I-S, C-L-O-U-G-H.
I can't hear you.
It's just public comment right now, Brewster, so I'll do your best. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. I'm here because there's some stuff that I feel like needs to go on the record. Having to do with Title I issues we've been trying to get resolved with the district. For about 42 days, give or take, we have had our niece and nephew placed into foster care with us. We live in Lebanon. I'm here to comment on some of these issues we've been having. Mostly they're about transportation. For para students, there's some special circumstances. Since the 26th of November, my niece and nephew have been living with me in the city of Lebanon. They are district here as far as students are concerned. They're removed by DCYF. Legally mandated by the state that they can't live with their mother and father right now. Under state, federal law and regulations, schools which accept Title I funds from the federal government, like Indian River School, accrue certain obligations to continue transportation services to the students until such a time as is viewed as in the best interest of the students to change schools. During this process, which we've been engaging in with the district, the management at the school has supposedly been working with Butler Transportation Agency, who warehouses many of their buses for the Mascoma School District in White River Junction, to provide transportation services that the district is obligated to provide under Title I. The transportation company is unwilling to deviate 5 minutes from their route to stop by our home where the two students are currently residing. For 1 week out of the 4 weeks that they've been there so far, the district has been able to provide us with a bus which left school early and arrived at school an hour late. It's impacted both of the kids negatively. They're already in an awkward situation and a tough transition for them. That week that they did have busing, they arrived at school late, they left early, not an amazing situation. To me, it's not acceptable that a public entity has contracted to have these services provided without a clause that forces the bus company to provide all of the legally mandated and necessary transit. I work in an industry where I deal with public busing, and at least in Vermont, the state requires all the school districts to have contracts that are enforceable, where they can require the public busing company to provide all the Title I mandated service. So if there is a clause, it's not really acceptable that the district for 42 days has refused to enforce that clause. The district has the ability to pass the incurred cost off to DCYF. District staff give the appearance of having to beg the bus company to meet the basic requirements that they should be contracted to meet. They're saying they're going to ask, and we'll see. When realistically this should just be an obligation. We've been told that they'll contact a superintendent as some way to finally break the logjam. We haven't heard back from that. There hasn't been any movement on it so far, zero progress. We've reached out to the district to work on a Title I complaint over what seems like it should be a very simple issue to fix. The district's already informed us that they have been unable to entertain our nephew's IEP this fall. That's a direct quote from the Indian River School principal, which has led to a situation where he has been suspended in school and out of school multiple times on the average week. There's no work provided for him to do when he misses school due to illness or suspension. There would be zero expectations that he learns anything. District staff appear at meetings ill-prepared. Meetings are required by law, where they have to meet with us, DCYF, the parents, they don't seem to have the required knowledge to work within the framework of the state and federal regulation. The state has a very clear documentation of how the process is supposed to work. It was easy to find with a simple Google search. They've done a poor job of, they've done a poor job of managing the situation over the 42 days it's been ongoing. I'm here to see whether the issues are reaching the right places. If this has been elevated to the level of the school board, I don't know. They claim they've been having an impossible time with it, so I hope they would have. Do you have, I'd like to know, does the district have the ability to meet your obligations? Is there a willingness to work with us and try to comply with what we need? That's it. I just, I'd really like to know how we can get on track, because, when we look at things, some money can come from the state for it, but the state and the federal law, put the obligation on the district, and we're trying. We're taking days off of work so we can bust them in and out. When the district's unable to meet our nephew's IEP, as they have been since the beginning of the school year, according to the principal, I think he gets suspended in the middle of the day. We have to come get him, which means, another day of lost work. We're acting as foster parents here, and we need the district to at least meet the bare minimum that you guys are obligated to meet. So we're really struggling, and I wanted to see if there's, make sure that it was getting to the right places and elevate the issue and make sure it gets some attention, because it really isn't right.
All right. Thank you very much for that. And Amanda's here, the superintendent, so now we are aware of this. So, all right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your comments. All right. So next thing on our agenda for new business, we have our support staff agreement that we've negotiated. You have a copy of it here. Any further questions on this? The big change in here is to change
Tim,
them.
I've been advised
Oh, yeah.
if you are going to go into detail
Not
on
going
this, to
non-public.
go into a non-meeting under
non-meeting.
91A,
Sure.
Section 2, Roman 1,
Okay.
subsection A.
Would you guys like that?
I think it best.
Okay,
Yes.
I agree. Then I will move to, suspend the meeting and go to a non-meeting?
Suspend the meeting and go into a
All right.
non-meeting.
Second.
All right, all those in favor of suspending the meeting and going into a non-public non-meeting?
That's just a non-meeting.
Oh, sorry,
It's not
non-meeting,
non-public.
signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions. All right, can we pause that thing? The camera?
Hang on.
Why need to go?
I do need you to go,
Yeah.
but Lindsay Parika will be in touch with you. We have a solution for you.
Okay, I'm glad to hear it.
Look at that.
I'm glad
Look at that.
Thank you for coming.
You'll hear from me
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Well, for part of it. I think the sped director will be in touch with you too. Part of it I didn't know.
Is that Chris?
Chris Biso.
Camera.
Thank you.
You got it?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thanks for catching me on that before I said anything stupid. Not that I was
Are you
just, I was just
still on
gonna
the camera?
Yeah, well,
Oh, right now.
You're still on camera.
We'll be off. We'll be back. All right, Brewster, we'll be back. We just want to discuss this stuff real quick. I know you have to get off the line soon, right, Brewster?
Well, I've got time. So
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
I'm already changed.